Hey YouTube, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Roman, and listen, I am back with another For the Culture news report where I give you everything that's interesting to me in the celebrity and news gossip world. Without further ado, let's jump right into this shit. Thing I want to talk about is just so interesting to me is that the NBA has decided that they may consider making it a mandatory thing for all of the NBA players to get the COVID vaccine so that they would inspire the Black community to get the vaccine as well, because we are historically have shown that we're not interested in getting a vaccine. And so we're Black Americans are 1.4 times more likely to contract COVID-19 and 3.7 times more likely to be hospitalized by the virus and 2.8 times more likely to die from the illness than their white counterparts. And that was according to the CDC. So the idea is that the NBA is a largely Black league, and players could play a role in tamping down skepticism in Black communities that have historically been underserved by the American healthcare system. Now, here's my thing, right? This is where I say public health and governance is beginning to interfere with private enterprises. I would hate for my job to tell me that I must get a vaccine not because it's directly related to my job, but because it's directly related to inspiring people, other people that may still not want to get, I think this needs to be optional. And even when it's being optional, I think you guys need to still put marketing dollars behind these players that helps them drive that message, because just vaccinating them alone, and then they live in a bubble. So once they're inside the NBA bubble, they don't really have access to communities and really to go out and talk about it. So I'm trying to figure out, how big of an influence do you think this will be? Taking a video of each one of them saying they got it and how great it'll be and spreading that message? Well, if it's that easy, you can go and find any kind of person sort of in the entertainment industry and do that. Why such a league? I don't like this kind of stuff. I don't like when we have to segment a sort of franchise of people to put out a message that's not directly related to the league. Now, a lot of people will say, there's pros and cons to being vaccinated, but I don't think it's up to the league to push whatever narrative. I think you still need to leave that to be optional. And, I've always felt like Adam Silver, the commissioner of the NBA league, always just did a little too much. I felt like his power is just unlimited. There's no control on what this man can do and the kind of penalties he can impose on these players. So I didn't like that at all. Going even one step further outside of this realm, here in DC, they're offering free marijuana to anyone who proves that they have gotten the free vaccine. This guy named Adam Adinger launched an initiative called Joints for Jabs, and basically what he's saying is that you can actually come in for a free bag of weed if you show that you have received both the first and the second doses of your vaccination. And again, we are clear at who this is being targeted to. I'm very, very shocked that this is something that's even legal, considering that, it's in I won't say on federal property, but it's in a federal city where, it's not even legal federally. And so to even be able to publicize that if you can you know, you still have to have, like, it's still a controlled substance where you have to have some sort of license or prescription to even consume it publicly. So to be able to just say you've gotten a vaccine, you can come get free weed, whether or not you are a prescribed patient, is really, really weird. It's like, are you trapping people? Like, what is going on? And we have to do all of this to get black people to get the vaccine? Like, that's a problem. Yeah, a huge problem. And typically we'll follow everything the Obamas do. And if they haven't really influenced us, I think you need to allow time to take its course for Black America to realize the importance of the vaccine. My job has early access to the vaccinations, and so I did receive the vaccination, both the first dose and the second dose. I work in the medical healthcare system, and so over like 24 different hospitals and 12 different universities and institutions. So in our system, it's sort of not a requirement, but for those who are serving directly care to patients, it was a requirement. And for us who aren't doing direct care, but sort of in leadership, it was sort of optional while we had supplies last. And so I you know, got myself vaccinated. I don't feel any different. I don't feel sick. I don't feel like someone's stalking me. I don't feel like the bug is in me. I've been doing my everyday routine. I don't feel like I'm about to die sooner. Like all of those, you know, theories. And I don't want to change anyone's mind. I want everyone to do it for themselves and figure it out for yourself. I'm just saying, for me, I decided that I thought it was best that I just go ahead and get the vaccine. And so I wanted to be my own catalyst for people in my family to see that, hey, I got the vaccine. And eventually this will be just like the flu shot and people become accustomed to it. But it took that even a long time. I think I was reading a report, it took like 13 years for people to actually adopt, you know, getting it, and for schools to then make it a requirement. So just imagine how long it'll take for people to really become accustomed to a vaccination of this magnitude. So thank you for joining me for another For the Culture News Report. Please like this video, please share this video, please comment, and if you are not a subscriber, please consider subscribing to the channel so you can get all of my little updates and my notifications. Until next time, deuces.